gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm your host, Caden Vincent, along with
Eminem McGrady
and Ethan Rivers. We got a lot to talk about, so let's start right into it. The NFC East, a division that has the Philadelphia Eagles, the world champs, and it still feels weird to say Philadelphia Eagles world champs.
Coming from a Browns fan.
Yeah, very interesting. So obviously that division has the Eagles, the Cowboys, the Giants, and the Redskins. Who do you think your team is that might overthrow or at least compete with the Eagles?
Well, now, I don't know. I'm saying the Giants, but I don't think they'll be second in the division. I just think they have the best chance to beat them. I don't think they can necessarily keep going.
You don't think they can continue
But
that
I don't
run?
think any of them can beat them. But I think that they have the best chance, even though I don't think they're the second best team in the division. Because of Saquon Barkley, the dual threat, and we'll have to see how he plays out because he can catch the ball, he can run, he can punt return, kick return.
He can really do it all.
He can do it all.
Maybe he can play quarterback.
And I like to see that.
All right, let's go to Ethan. Who do you think that team is going to be?
Cowboys,
Why?
because they have Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, obviously they have Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott, and that front line is just so hard to beat, and it's just something that a lot of players can't get by, like the running backs. Sometimes great running quarterbacks can't get by it. So, Giants and Cowboys. I would also like to say the Cowboys. I just think they're going to have a better year. Obviously, they had a great season in 2016. All right, let's move on to a division that doesn't have a lot of talent, but maybe it's growing. The AFC North. It's probably going to be the Steelers again, but it's really close, kind of, between the Cleveland Browns, Baltimore Ravens, and Cincinnati Bengals.
I could see the Browns taking it this time, honestly. And I'm not even joking, which is hard for me to say because last year they went 0-16.
And then before
and
that
I think
they
they
were
could come
1-15.
back. And I mean, the vision is not very impressive this year. So I think with the new additions of Baker Mayfield and Tyrod Taylor switching off at quarterback.
And of course, Jarvis Landry.
Yes, Jarvis Landry.
Big pickup for the Browns.
Yes, and
obviously-
Denzel Ward really improving their defense.
And Chubb. Yeah, they're looking not a 0-16 team this year.
Yeah, they're really.
And who do you think your team is to overthrow the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Maybe Bengals, Cincinnati.
And why do you think Cincinnati? Because they have Dalton and AJ Green. All right, so there you have it. And now let's move on
And a
to
lot of others.
yeah. All right, now let's move on to the NFL playoffs. What teams are going to make it? I first want to start off and say it's probably going to be the Seattle Seahawks. They've grown, even though they've lost some guys. They've also added on some key players for this team. Obviously, Russell Wilson coming back, and I think they're just going to have a great year and make the playoffs.
Now, before I say my pick, I'd like to start this off by saying I
Same.
agree, but I think that they're not as good as you're saying because they did lose a key element of that team, Michael Bennett, to the reigning Super Bowl champion Eagles.
Eagles, right? That's a huge
buffing
pickup.
them up more. But my pick is the Raiders because they have Derek Carr at quarterback who can recover from a bad year last year, and same with Amari Cooper. They lost Crabtree, but I think Cooper can kind of avenge his loss and do much better this year.
Obviously,
Wait,
Derek
where
Carr,
Crabtree
hopefully he
go?
doesn't
Yes.
get injured.
Yes,
Go.
and then on the defensive side, they have Khalil Mack, who's proven to be one of the best pass rushers in the NFL.
All right, and where do you think, or a playoff team that you think might make the playoffs that didn't make it last year?
I'm going to go with my team, the Redskins.
Washington Redskins, why?
I think they can improve. They have Alex Smith and they have great receivers. If they tied up their offensive line, I think they can do it.
They do. And
I
remember, they
disagree.
still have Josh Norman.
I disagree.
Ooh.
There's already 2 losses there very easily with the Eagles in their division.
The Eagles fan.
Yeah.
All right, and now let's quickly move on to college football. Just give me your top 3 teams that's not Alabama. Do you think Clemson, Ohio State, Penn State maybe? Who do you say? Real
I
quick.
did go to him first. I mean,
Do you know?
I don't follow college football.
Okay. I think
I-
it's going to be Ohio State. They obviously had a great quarterback who filled in for JT Barrett, and they have a great running game. I think Ohio State's going to compete with Alabama this year. Penn State, maybe?
No, I think Penn State won't be able to do as much because Clemson could be. But as I was saying, Penn State won't be. I don't think they'll be as good with losing. What's it? Barkley, sorry. But I think Michigan is a very good team and always gets very good recruits, and
That's very true.
and with such easy
It's a
team,
great coach of
with
Harbaugh.
great coach of Jim Harbaugh, and with such an easy Big Ten with Ohio State, easy,
Not an easy
dubs.
Big Ten. It's a competitive Big Ten. But okay.
Is it?
Wisconsin, Ohio State, Penn State,
I don't know.
Michigan State,
I don't know.
Purdue.
I mean, none of those teams sound that good this year and lost some of their top players.
Okay.
Yeah.
And with
What
that,
happened to Denzel Ward? But actually, yeah. But if I can pick another team too, if you like, I'll pick Florida State because DeAndre Francois is very good.
yeah, he's
They always
coming
get.
back and now he's a junior.
But I also want to see how Florida State does without their head coach Jimbo Fisher, losing him to Texas A&M.
All right, that'll wrap up our show. I'm your host, Kaden Vincent, along with my terrific co-host, saying good night.